Glow Teams, Creating a Team, the Staff Guide. In our previous video, we showed you how to access Teams and add it to your Launchpad. Your page may look different from mine, however, you should now have this option here, Join or Create Team, and this is the option you are going to choose. This will then come up. You want to create team. This is for your class, so you will choose class. I'm going to call mine Primary B. We can add in a description here. It might be somewhere for our pupils to share information. I'll leave that to you. We're going to then choose Next. Okay, this is the part where we're going to add in some students and teachers. Now, we've got permission for one of our pupils, so I'm only going to add in one pupil, but I'll add in several teachers and it should still give you the same effect. Okay, so I'm going to add in Josh Docherty. I'm going to type in his name. Now, we've got a few Josh Dochertys here. I know which one is the correct one because I have a list of their Glow logins. But if I'm not sure, I can choose this first one that's come up, and then I can hover over it, and it will tell me he is Moorfoot Primary School. So I'm going to add him. Then when I go into Teachers, I can search for Teachers. I'll try Mrs. Irvin. I can add Mrs. Irvin in. I can add in Mrs. Adamson, who works in our office. Now, all I simply need to do to check those are the right people are hover over them. As you can see, they're also the start of their email addresses. So if you were to type in an email address that you knew really well, then that person would come up using their email address. You don't need to add yourself. You are already a team owner, so you don't need to do that. But if, for example, you do add a pupil and it's a mistake, or a teacher for that matter, simply press your X and remove the pupil. Once you have finished adding all your students and teachers or members of staff, add this button here for close. You now have your own team. There's the name. We have all the facilities. We even have a conversation area down here, and I'll go into all of this in more detail in our next video. But right now, I want you to access these three dots. So click on those for me, and you want to have here Manage Team. Now, at this section, you may realise you've forgotten to add someone. So there is another option over here to do that now. You can also see that all of these people have been made owners. That's because this is a class group and you have added in non-teaching staff and staff, so they will automatically become owners. The members and guests will automatically be pupils. Now, if you were setting up a learning community with adults, this would be different, but for their class, this is how it's automatically set up. You would need to go in and change it. Now, you can change a member to an owner. Obviously, if it was a pupil, you wouldn't want to do that because it gives them different access and admin rights. So I wouldn't advise that. But down here, you might change Mrs. Adamson or Mrs. Irvin from an owner to a member, and that will automatically put them down there. Okay, also in this section here with the three dots, you can edit the team, you can go and change your description, you can delete the team if you've decided that was just a practice and you don't need to use it anymore. You can get the link to the team for other people. You can also use this to add a channel, so I'm going to do that just now. A channel is what you will see down at the side here. We've got a general channel just now. I want to add in a literacy channel. You don't need to do this, but it helps you to organise your discussions. You might have some description in there. This is where you're going to find it. You must click on this box to make sure that everyone can see it in the team. If you don't click on it, it will be a private hidden channel. That might be something you want to use as well. So straight away, English and literacy. And in our future video clips, when we're going over files and notebook and assignments, if you want to do them specifically into channels, then apply the same rules, but make sure you've clicked on the correct channel. Okay, now at this point, You might want to add in some more channels. Just remember to click on those 3 dots. You don't need to do that. You're good to go with that simple information. You have got a team now with your class.